Hello, I am back. It has been a while since you've seen my face. I know, I look different. I changed my hair. I have to redo it again. Anyways, we're doing Do Not Take This Cat Home. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, it's raining, but we love the rain. Except when it's thundering. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. I don't like staying home. Not right now, at least. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Oh, my heart. It's a little meow. Huh? What was that? There are a few people around you on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps. Okay, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. I forgot it was over there again. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by your rain makes you feel like your steps sound louder, and you're more confident than you actually feel. Meow meow. Finally, the sound source comes into the view in the cold, dim lights of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. It's a little kitty! Oh my god, it's a cat. Huh, I guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its little paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Hello! It is very cute, and it definitely knows that you've never had much of an option one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to the feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? You would think sometimes. The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. See, the game's called Don't Take the Cat Home, but I'm obviously gonna take the cat home. 'Cause then that might just be too short of a game. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it in front of you. Why not? You're all alone, and well, I'm kinda in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. So cute.
And the counter is so small that it doesn't matter when you press it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm still doing stuff.
You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get out in the rain, okay? How rude. I'm kidding, by the way. You stop at a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. You living alone in it. That's depressing. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door, you place the cat on the floor. You watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. It's so cute. You put some cat food on the saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up and beckons and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. Cat completely ignores it, of course. Not hungry, I guess. You try to not let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? Cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You've decided you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. For dinner, bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey, cheese, and lettuce perfectly balanced. Tomato slice. Oh. You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. Why are you embarrassed? It's just a cat with you. No one else saw it. You're about to head into the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter. It sniffs at the knife, meowing almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright, it's just You watch as the cat starts to lightly lick but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Sorry, I was laughing. At your blood. You're so shocked by the time you come to your senses the knife has been completely licked clean. Cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? Here, kitty kitty. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. Oh. You're gonna take it to the shelter tomorrow anyways. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat.
Kenpachi, what the fuck?
The rest of you're fine. It shocked me. The rest of your evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound while you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried about the strange behavior. What if it got a taste for blood and thinks you're your food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Ugh, come on, enough already. You shove it a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. I'm worried. At this point, you're just worried. Yeah, you're just worried it's gonna take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and the lights just went out. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. Great, just great. The rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find it's out of batteries. In what time is this where you have batteries in your cell phone?
Right now. We still use batteries.
But like you don't,
Some people still do. You don't.
But you don't say that it's out of battery. You must have forgotten to change it before leaving earlier. The outing has been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed up your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Help, 3 o'clock, kill, 4, yeesh. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and it's going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off indication. It's any indication that it's still alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky.
My counter has its own meter.
The flashlight flickers.
Yeah. Because
and the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at this moment, but you feel as you're having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. Excuse me, fuck. 1 second, I need water. Nose. Yes, I have water in here. Cool. Fuck, I forgot how hard of a time I have breathing in the fucking mask. I should like punch holes in it or something. I don't know how much that'd do though. Or maybe it just needs to be cloth. I don't know. Anyways, we back. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and it feels as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Ooh, I hated that. That was not nice. Right into your ear, right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself in a hasty burst movement of action, but you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangled together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Are you kidding me, you dumbass?
This guy's either
Yo, this guy stinks! A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked.
That's why I kept pressing it and it
Oh.
like a second.
Winded from your fall, you look up in the daze to see the object glinting in a strange light coming from the outside. The light pouring from your now open front door. Thoughts on how, when, who, what in regards of your inexplicably... Yeah, I think that's inexplicably opened door scream to a halt. As if your brain finally identified the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. Still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulped dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up in your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. Oh, when you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you.
Never mind.
A pair of glowing, golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light of your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. It bends down to lap up the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as if it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaking breaths, discoordinate against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in. The licking away at your kitchen knife. Once again, completely clean. A scent of blood fresh from the wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes size up as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! The cat can barely move, shoulders twitching as it's just considered the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you, everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints of your injured foot, leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop, you don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Now when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then you don't stop running because... if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then... what in the world is behind you? Keep running. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Inning 0, it begins. Bruh! Well, now I have to go back. Alrighty, well, give me a freaking minute. Okay, never mind, do not give me a minute. This is a completely different thing. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while you felt like going outside, and you're actually glad that you did. The weather was absolutely perfect today. This is bizarre. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. What was that? Curiosity to a lonely alleyway.
I was hoping that you would hit me there.
This is different. You timidly entered the alleyway and walked forward. The loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softened your steps. Finally, the sound of the source comes into view, a warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, a big cardboard box. You look so familiar. Right. Oh, then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting close like other strays have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something.
He's dead, I think.
See, do I take the cat home again or do I not take the cat home again? But did you say I can take the cat home?
I'm talking to him,
Oh. Can you answer the question for me? Yes or no? Okay. Give me 1 second. Xerxes, just answer me yes or no.
What?
Just answer yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's a yes to taking the cat home again. Well, why not? Right? You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. Oh, you shrug at that odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. You live alone. Okay, yeah, it's still recording. The cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk around and explore the new environment. But it simply sits, looking at you expectantly. Ooh, do something alone or do something with the cat? We'll do something with the cat. Bruh, do something with the cat. Like what? Pet the cat, feed the cat, play with the cat, clean the cat. Pet the cat. It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. That's really cute. The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just wanted some attention, didn't you? Alright. You carefully pet the cat and rub behind an ear and scratch under the chin. A smooth sweep along the back. The cat is loving it. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying the bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Let's do something else. Let's play with the cat. Poor thing was probably bored stiff, sitting in the old box all day. just watching crowds of people walk by them, ignoring them. You can't leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Oh, you just want some attention. What to play, though? I don't want to do hide and seek. Let's try feeding the cat. Cat looks hungry, you decide to feed it. You regretted not stopping for food earlier as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day's tomorrow after all. You head to the kitchen, click your tongue to show the cat to follow you. It leaps up nimbly on the kitchen counter and watches you search for meal options. Can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf, and you realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware at the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seemed excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed your hungry cat, so you'll feed it. Feed it the mystery food. Is this really a good idea? Oh, fine. I guess this is what you want. You open the container and just barely manage to keep from throwing up. But just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Yeah, give me a minute. You hazard a look at the contents of the container, but you honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery. You're more than happy to keep unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with nauseatingly wet green film all over the top. What am I supposed to do, warm it up, or you don't really know how to serve it? Any utensil or plate that touches it will get thrown out immediately, no exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water within the inch after their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would taste or smell any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing it as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge to close it, and you've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for the next hour when... Ow. A sharp pain in your foot causes you to stumble. You catch yourself in the kitchen sink and look down to see this tip of your sock is red. And the red is slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull off your sock to see the damage. Jesus. Your middle toe is gone. It's just gone. Just a stump that's left in its place. Steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily step back as if it would help to get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movement. 911. You have to call 911. Ooh. Your tongue is... Ugh, what is happening to me? You slowly look over to find the cat is still eating, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try to stop the bleeding from dribbling from your mouth, you keep watching the dazed cat happily chew on the gross piece of... Wait, that's... You look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a ton. Oh, I should have given him the meatloaf. Before you can even think of doing anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites a piece it looks like. You collapse onto the floor, clutching your torso. You wither around on the blood-streaked tiles, crying. Something Something inside you just... Blood pours out the deeper from within you, whatever that was. It felt important, and now it's probably gone. It hurts. It hurts so much. You weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Oh God. Your eyes. Your eyes. You fall limply back onto the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs and give you time to just ending 10, you are what you eat. Woo! Alrighty, on to the next one, I suppose. I'm curious. Do not take cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are, with rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing day of yours. What to do? You are not ready. Leave. You do not think it is a good idea to get the cat's hope up of having someone to look after it. You're not willing to commit. When it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home, you never get away from it. Sorry to see you around, I guess. You stand up and cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when that cat meows almost pitifully at you. Nope. Ignore. No, nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. What was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you hadn't decided on what you were going to do on your day off. Let's go to the carnival. You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheels, roller coaster, Farah boat. I think it's Farah. Rides as you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts, games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy, food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. Sun hasn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors. It sounds kinda lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? Ooh. Let's go at the maze. You enter the maze. A few rooms, and you notice that the mirrors are all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself, a little bored, a lot tired, so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why do you think of going into a maze full of mirrors was a good idea, even if it was something new to experience? I can't do this today. You turn to head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you've realized the way you came is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down to pick it up. What is this doing here? Oh, in your hands rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. The light doesn't look very... Crap the lights. Did the power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were still in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check the time or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emanated earlier was dim enough for you to know there probably wasn't much juice left in it. Best to reserve it for worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. Just take a calm breathing. Well, forward we go. Oh, hello, daring adventurer. Who said that? Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Yes, please. Once again, welcome to the Mirror Maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands, or rather, good paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the past before you for a second. Also, what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in here. It's highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they are always hostile. So please, take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all, and you can't do anything to them either. They're just obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours, though. If you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all the paths lead to a mirror or something else, it's recommended that you stay put, and just maybe it will work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll only let you take a quick peek at your surroundings about 5 times, so try not to use it all up at once. If you keep track of your progress through the rooms up and left, you and your lives are up on the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid less friendly guests lurking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human, and humans usually only have 1 life, yes? And yet here, you've got 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hope it was helpful. Are you ready to play? What would you like to know? This game is too hard. This game is too easy. Reset settings. I'm ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, next room. Right. Left. Stay. Left. Left. Stay. Straight. Right. 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 Straight. Straight. Stay. Left. Straight. Right. Straight. Left. Straight. 5 more. Straight. Left. Left. Stay. You see it, the exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and...
Oh, found one.
Oh, that's uncomfortable. Yourself. Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around aimlessly, facelessly. And empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass, a familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. The glass goes dark. You watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. At 19, you beat the maze. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna stop this for now. Let me know if you guys want me to continue and try to get all the endings. This is fun, very odd, very different. How many endings is there? There's 40. Good golly. Yeah, let me know if you guys want me to try to get more of the endings. I hope you all enjoyed though, and I will see you all again in another video. Bye everyone.